Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 BMW Z4 M40i. This is also the final edition as well. Huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this sports car for me today. Take a look at their website. That link is down in the description. This M40 is finished off in an exclusive frozen black metallic, and with options, MSRP is just shy of $80,000. Now this is powered by the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo paired to the 6-speed manual transmission. It pumps out 382 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. It is rear-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in just shy of 4 seconds with its 3,500 pound curb weight up to its top speed of 155 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 13.7 gallons. You'll expect to see 23 miles per gallon in the city and 29 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 97.2 inches. Its overall length is 170.8. It has a width of 73.5, a height of 51.5, and its ground clearance measures in at 4.7 inches. Now, being the final edition with that special package, that is just over $9,000 added to the M40i. So this is based off of that platform. Now up front, you'll notice gloss black for the kidney grille. There's also plenty of cutouts within the grille. There's parking sensors too, and even more cutouts in the lower section. Really nice contoured edges to give this a beefy front end appearance. There's also LEDs for the lighting and really nice hood indentations on both sides. Now this also has the red M Sport brakes, the two-tone design for the wheels. You'll notice a gloss black trim accent just behind the front tire. It's also on the base of the power folding side mirrors where there's a turn signal and then more of the frozen black. There's also gloss black for the windshield there for the A-pillar. And then as you can tell with the top down, this has the soft top and it has a great look to it. Now, if you lock the vehicle and hold on the lock button, you can actually put the entire roof up. Holding on unlock is how you can put it down without entering the vehicle. So this is a really unique touch, not all that unique compared to other convertibles, but it will also put the windows up as well. And you can do that reverse process once you're ready to go. But once the roof is on, I think it has a great look. But of course, with this Roadster, you want to have the top down. Now in back, there's the third brake light along with this integrated trunk spoiler, which is neat. There's LEDs for the lighting, backup camera, parking sensors, and the dual exhaust. Now, as we work our way to the cargo space, this is actually not impacted by the roof folding down. So it actually folds above your trunk space. So that way you still have a good bit to place in some smaller items. Now, it's not a big vehicle, of course, but you have some storage pockets. You can place in a couple bags if needed. And there is a cutout from the seats in order to gain access to the back. It's a very light trunk. It's not power operating, but it's very easy to use. Now, as we work our way to the interior, you'll notice this is where some of the unique touches come from the special package. There's all of the red stitching along with Alcantara. You'll notice ambient lighting on the speaker covers. There's the window controls, memory seating adjustments, and your side mirror controls, and then a trunk release and additional storage. The door sill also has Z4 and Final Edition. And then you get more of the red stitching and Alcantara and leather for these seats, along with the BMW colors on the seat belts. Now they are automatic with the one manual adjustment for your legs there. And it's a low vehicle, but it's pretty easy to get into. And with my foot on the brake and the clutch, let's fire this up. Take a listen to how it sounds. And coming back to the gauge cluster now, you'll see on the left side there's fuel, miles per hour, right side there's tach and engine temperature, and then to go through more of that info, you use this button on the top of the turn signal stock. So you can scroll through a little bit like your horsepower and torque. There's a G-force meter, your music, you can see what gear the vehicle is in. There's also your live readouts for MPG. Now for the rest of the steering wheel, there's volume, tuning, Bluetooth, and voice commands. This control here will bring up your media and radio on the head-up display. Otherwise, you'll just see miles per hour and the speed limit sign. This is also a heated M steering wheel, and then there's cruise control settings on the left. Now you also get a little bit of storage, headlight adjustments, one air vent, Harman Kardon for the audio, and then with the infotainment system, your home screen has a good bit that you can scroll through with all of those widgets. Now you'll notice this left side is going to be fixed, so by pushing on home, you can always get to all of this information here and scroll through it as needed. Now under car, you can go through a lot more. There's driving information, so you can pull up some sport displays and monitor all of that. You can also get into vehicle status. There's various settings to get into, so you can adjust everything accordingly. And then you have driver profiles, owner's manual too, and you can also get into apps, where this has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, if you don't want to use it as a touch screen, there's the rotary dial down below, along with all of these shortcuts, which makes it very easy to use. Now, underneath that, you have a shortcut to intelligent safety, which you can configure with some of the standard safety features, turning them on and off depending on what works for you. Now, there's also hazards and then a separate screen for the climates. So there's temperature, fan speed, where you'd like the air to go. This also has heated seats. There's defrosters too, along with the vents, and then volume, presets, and tuning. Now you get wireless charging with auxiliaries and storage. And then on this left side of the shifter, there's parking sensors, engine start stop, and then 3 different driving modes. So that will change your throttle input and the exhaust too, depending on how you would like to drive. On the right side, you have the top operation if you want to do that while in the vehicle. It is worth noting you can do this while moving, so parking lot situations is a great time to put it up or down. Now with it in reverse, you have automatic parking, backup assistance, and then the backup camera and sensors, and then the rest of the 6 gears. Now you also have a split design for the armrest where there's cup holders and an auxiliary. There's also a locking glove box. And then you get more stitching on the dash, garage door buttons, there's dome lights and some call buttons up top. And then you also have a storage net behind the seats with more speakers. There's that cutout door, and you have this wind deflector when the top is down. Now as far as visibility goes, yes, you have a little bit of a pillar here, but using your side mirrors and glancing in both directions, you can see around these pillars once you learn the vehicle. So it's really not all that hard. As we sat off behind the wheel now for basically the last Z4, this is the final edition. This is how the Z4 is going out for this convertible sports car. This is a vehicle that was really only sold in low volumes. I'm not sure if this final edition has a specific number of units for it, but this might be the only one that I will see and be able to drive and check out. So this is really neat. If you want a convertible, but you also want basically a Toyota Supra, as this is kind of built alongside of it in a sense with the same engine, very similar transmission, you just have a coupe versus a convertible, this is a great alternative to go with. And it drives very nice. I have been able to drive the Z4s in the past. The manual and automatic are both really fun, but I do like the manual in this specific vehicle. The clutch pedal is really lightweight. It does have active rev matching. I believe you can turn that off, but the shifter is also very engaging, and it will just give you a great feedback while you are doing some performance driving with this vehicle. So while it is a convertible, it has a little bit more weight to it, of course, compared to the Supra. This is still a quick vehicle. This is something that you could do some modifications to. You can make it louder, you can do some other things, but in the stock form as well, it's also going to be a very fast vehicle. And with this final edition, you get a lot of premium materials for the interior, which I think it should trickle down to some of the other models, but again, this is the final edition, so they added some unique touches to this model. So let's put it into sport mode now, where the exhaust gets louder, as you heard earlier. I have it in Sport Plus, and from second gear, here we go. Definitely sounds really good, and even with a mild acceleration, we're up to speed. Now, as far as the interior space here goes, I'm 5'10". I have about 2 inches or so of headroom between the soft top, and the seat does go down a good bit. So you could be taller than me and make it work if you wanted to. And with the soft top here, you almost forget that it's a soft top and not a normal coupe or having a hard top. I know the Z4 had a hard top in the past, and a lot of people did like or prefer that option. It made it look like a normal coupe rather than having the soft top, but technology has come a long way and it's very, very quiet. Maybe out on the highway, if it's very windy out or certain situations like that, you might hear some wind, but in general, it's going to give it a very sound interior. And still in Sport Plus, second gear, here we go. And again, small acceleration, we can get up to speed. As far as the ride goes for the Z4, hitting some of these bumps, it's what you would expect for a sports car. I don't want to say it's harsh, but it's on the stiffer side of things, just to give you that sports car feel and of course better handling characteristics when you take this through mountains and things like that. But behind the wheel of the Z4, you'll notice that it does not have the latest BMW tech. So the large curved screen is not in this model, nor will it be, as this is the last edition. So if you like the layout, everything is super easy to use. This is more of a driver's car, so you don't need a bunch of tech and these large screens and all of that. This is a 3-pedal enthusiast car that you just want to hop into and drive. It is nice to have some of these creature comforts and amenities, but you just want to row through the gears and have some fun driving this sports car. So if you are looking for the Z4, you want something a little bit more unique with the final edition here, this is going to be a great option to go with. And like I mentioned earlier, you can do the top operation while underway. So we're going 23 miles an hour. I believe it's going to be at least 30 miles an hour. You are able to do this. And you'll wait for it to make that chime, and now you are ready to exceed 30 and have the top down. I will put the windows up just for audio purposes. And then with a slight acceleration, let's see if we can hear that exhaust. It helps we have the trees here to hear a few pops as well. So you want to roll through the mountains, maybe put on a different exhaust if you want it to be louder. This is a vehicle that you can definitely rack up the miles and have some fun. You can place in some of your belongings too, so while it's not the most practical vehicle, you might be able to daily drive this. I had a friend who daily drove a Mazda Miata for 7 years, and that was their only vehicle. So this could be your only vehicle, but it might be a fun toy or a second vehicle just to cruise around in. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2026 BMW Z4 M40i, the final edition for this run. We'll see if BMW decides to create a model to replace it and give us another convertible, or just go a completely different route. So if you want the Z4, now's the time to get it. Once again, a huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And smash that subscribe button as well, so that way you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I'll see you all in the next video.